At go, we're Maui and Trizzy, cruising our way over to the Bahamas with the European line MSC Cruises. Along with us is our family. We took a 3-night, 4-day trip from the port of Miami in Florida and spent an extra night in Miami prior to the cruise. In this video, we'll be specifically sharing our thoughts and tips about MSC Cruises and their private island, Ocean Cay. We'll separate this series into 2 other videos. One is about our complete cruise itinerary, and the other is our day trip activities in Nassau, the capital of the Bahamas. We hope our videos will act as the ultimate guide for you, so hit the subscribe and bell to get notified on all our releases so our itineraries, reviews, and tips will help you plan and navigate a short trip to visit the natural beauty of the Caribbean islands on a cruise ship that is family friendly. Our ship was the MSC Seascape. It's newer and in great shape when we visited in May of 2025. It's a very luxurious vessel for a decent price. We booked our cruise 4 months in advance for about $355 per person. And considering that we got assigned a balcony room after check-in, it was an amazing price. We docked from Miami, Florida, and experienced the newly opened Terminal AA, where we checked in and boarded the cruise. Once you arrive at the busy Terminal AA port, luggage drop-off is right there. You can't miss it. Keep this in mind if you're planning to drop off your luggage. Print out your luggage tags that you retrieve after checking into the cruise, which check-in starts 30 days to 48 hours prior to departure. We got crafty with our tags before the trip by taping both sides, so if you have a laminator, that'll be good to use as long as the barcode isn't obstructed. If you're planning to drop off your luggage, carry spare clothes, medicine, or any essentials with you in a day bag because your luggage may not arrive to your room in a timely manner on departure day. After dropping off our bags, it was a straight shot through security's check-in to the ship. The new cruise terminal AA had just opened a month prior to the trip. The security technology looks innovative and made for a smooth boarding process. This might have been because we made sure we fully checked in on the MSC app prior to the trip, providing documents, facial recognition, and whatever info they need. We had our passports ready to show upon boarding, but weren't asked for it. We ended up boarding earlier than our set boarding time. Though this is an advantage to explore around the ship, it can be a disadvantage because some of our rooms weren't ready. One of the first things you'll want to do upon boarding the ship is to go to your designated assembly station. This letter can be found on your boarding pass. The assembly station representative will mark that you've checked in with them and notify you to watch the safety video inside the app. And also, everyone in your party should download the MSC Cruise app on their phones prior to the trip, because this will be the best way to communicate with each other. There's Wi-Fi on board if you buy a daily Wi-Fi package. The only free Wi-Fi that will work is solely for the MSC Cruise app, where you can look at the daily activity and entertainment schedule, map of the ship, billing information, and message other people after adding them to your app contacts. If you haven't added a credit card to your MSC account, you can do so by heading to a self-service kiosk at the main lobby. We suggest doing this once you board so you can avoid crowds or long lines. Once you get on board, your room keys are available at your room door, whether your room is ready or not. So let's tour the different types of rooms we got. The standard stateroom for 2 people was pretty spacious with 1 bed, an accent chair, and standard bathroom amenities. The standard stateroom for a family of 4 is where it gets fun. Although smaller than the room for 2, the room is equipped with 2 bunk beds that fold down from each side of the room. Ironically, those float above the 3rd bed that's placed in the center on the ground. Our room is a balcony deluxe room, which had a couch, a king-size bed, large space for our luggage, and the bathroom was of standard size.
already plugged in and the fridge is closed.
The balcony was furnished with chairs, and the glass railing allowed us to see the view to its entirety. First dinner is going to be at a restaurant called the Green Wave Restaurant. We have a set dinner time, and let's check out what food they got. We got assigned to Green Wave at the 5:30 p.m. slot. If you're traveling with several parties that are booked separately but want to make sure you're all sitting together for dinner, then call MSC customer service to link all the reservations. The room key will display the dining time and dining location of dinner for the entire cruise. Dinner was casual attire. We got to choose an appetizer, main entree, and dessert. Unlike most cruises we've been on, we could only choose one main entree. Requesting for another is an extra $5 charge, but you can order another appetizer and dessert free of charge. Our server asked us to order any additional appetizers and desserts all at once so our orders could be put in before the dinner rush happens. If this doesn't satisfy your hunger, you can always head up to the buffet where you can eat as much as you want afterwards. Thumbs up or thumbs down for the fried chicken? If the included breakfast and restaurant isn't what you want, there are other paid specialty restaurants on board. The only buffet available and included with the cruise is the Marketplace Buffet and Restaurant. An overwhelming spread of food was presented to us. One thing we all can agree on was that the pepperoni pizza on board was the highlight of the buffet. Keep in mind, MSC Cruise is a European cruise line with the founders being from Italy, so grabbing a slice of pizza or two a day was essential to us. Amongst the variety of food included was a designated kids station, a dessert section where we may have enjoyed the soft serve way too much, also a salad bar, rotating cultural delicacies, and limited beverage stations with juice, coffee, tea, and water. Sodas, beer, wine, and alcohol are all additional costs that can be bought individually or part of a premium drink daily package. The middle sections seem to be the busiest, so don't be afraid to walk towards the end sections. Each will normally serve the same food, but there are some sections that might have more options. For those who enjoy crab legs at a buffet or on a cruise, unfortunately there is a lack of seafood options. More fish than shellfish. If there's time before the ship sets sails, we suggest walking around the vessel to familiarize yourself with the massive floor plan. The many pool options included adults only, an infinity pool on the edge of the ship, water slides, a water park, and a general pool that has 2 jacuzzis next to it. In order to use the water slides, a waiver has to be signed so that you're given a wristband indicating you're good to go. The water slides were electrifying. For those who want to squeeze in a workout session, the gym is huge with state-of-the-art cardio, strength, and recovery equipment. Next to the gym is the spa, which features massage and beauty treatments for an additional cost. Sports fans won't miss out on games as there's a well-decorated sports bar on board. Gambling is available with slot machines, roulette and other gaming tables, and bingo. The vibrant Do-Re-Mi Land Kids Club welcomes kids in age groups up to 17 years old, where there's absolutely no adults allowed. However, if adults want their dose of games, there's a hall of games that features arcade games, immersive VR experiences, other simulators, and the Robotron thrill ride that dangles, rotates, and whips you around in the air. These would be additional costs. We enjoyed catching a bit of the sunset glow on Deck 8's Infinity Bridge that has clear glass flooring, making the ocean waves visible under your feet. If you want to go higher, there's also another clear bridge on level 16 called the Bridge of Sighs. At one of the sunrises, I try to play a little basketball on the upper deck. This court is also a futsal court and has no shade, so in the afternoons, the sun will be beaming. Like we said, this ship has a massive floor plan. Several open floors towered the main lobby with crystal staircases and elevators. Live music would be held here, acting as a bar and lounge space. Dueling piano takes song requests on what's called the Times Square level. Entertainment on the cruise was phenomenal and is something we recommend to try and catch every night. Nightly live entertainment takes place in the main Chora Theater or at the La Cabaret Rouge Lounge. The performances were full of talented singers, dancers, acrobats, and magicians with great stage productions. We never had trouble finding seats at the Chora Theater, but at the Cabaret Lounge, people were coming in and out, so we had to stand for a bit until we found some seats. We tested our ability to stay up past bedtime by attending evening festivities on the top deck for some dancing. But it didn't last long. The MSC app has a schedule of entertainment and events throughout the day to keep you and your party busy if that's the type of cruise you want to experience. And just because there are theme nights on the cruise doesn't mean you have to participate in it, but it's always fun to be a part of it, so why not have a white outfit ready for an all-white attire party? The last full day, we reached MSC's private island, Ocean Cay. Or is it pronounced Ocean Cay? We heard it both ways, so can someone in the comments let us know which one is right? Our room had a nice view of where we'll be spending most of the day. When leaving the ship to adventure around the destinations, remember to bring your proper IDs and room keys. It's important to remember everyone's room key, even the kids, because it's a head count of who left the ship and who has returned. There was an incident on the second night where someone did not return by the boarding time, but the captain waited for another 45 minutes, delaying our departure to see if this passenger returned. Also, the beach towels in the room are important to keep safe throughout the cruise. If you lose it, it's a charge of $30 per towel. Ocean Cay was a relaxing time on soft white sand and turquoise water. A few areas were still in development, but for the most part, the island showed its charm. It's an accessible, friendly island with well-maintained paths. There's a shuttle that can take you to different stops on the island. Beach furniture can be used for free on a first-come, first-served basis. The water was on the colder side, but it felt refreshing during a hot and humid day. As we wandered over to the lighthouse, there were several photo-worthy installations to stop at. Around the lighthouse was a covered bar only servicing drinks with lounge seats in the open overlooking the pristine water. The lighthouse offers a paid tour where you can visit and walk up. From the ship or on the island, you can watch a light show that the lighthouse puts on. A complete experience would be to watch it from the island or outside deck where you can hear the sound that performs with the lights, but we stayed inside watching it from an enclosed area. Ocean Cay has several stalls along the sand where visitors can order food that's part of the all-inclusive, and a separate area that offers a buffet style similar to the one on board. There were bars and other specialty restaurants as well, which will be at additional costs. Our lunch on Ocean Cay was taken at Seeker's Food Court, a buffet style, and during peak lunch hours, it gets busy. Plenty of covered picnic tables were available. There was a hand washing station at the front, and even if the line for food looked long, it went by fast. The island has many beaches to choose from. After lunch, we walked over to another spot that's a little further from the ship. Bimini Beach. There's a quiet and calm area under palm trees that we situated ourselves at, only to notice we were surrounded by iguanas.
Oh, it's eating the leaf. It's like National Geographic.
In the water, there were tons of fishes, but we stayed close to the shore, so I'm sure there would have been more sea life further out where others were. Before we ended our last night on the cruise watching the evening theater entertainment, we quickly had to pack and get our luggage ready for checkout. Since we were planning to claim our luggage after disembarking, we had a 10 p.m. cutoff to set our bags in front of our rooms for pickup. Each passenger is given 2 luggage tags and a number that indicates what time you'll be let off the ship, and the location of where to wait before leaving. Please make sure to check your billing the night before checkout and the morning of checkout. You can check your billing statements on the app or with the front desk at the main lobby. We were incorrectly charged for supposedly not returning both our MSC pool towels and had to take it up with the front desk to remove this charge. Housekeeping confirmed with them that our pool towels were indeed in our rooms. This was frustrating because they billed us before even checking our rooms. With that said, and with heavy emphasis, don't lose your pool towels or you'll be charged $30 each. The morning of checkout, breakfast was chaotic, having everyone squeeze in their last meal before their departing time was called through the intercom. Some numbers were called on time, and as the numbers grew, more delays happened. If you're planning to take a flight or make other plans the same day you return from the cruise, give ample time because you may not leave the ship by the time your cruise schedule indicates. We were scheduled to leave the ship by 9:20 a.m., but didn't leave until 10:30 a.m. Luckily, our flight wasn't until 6 p.m. And although our specific holding space for us to wait until our number was called was different from our families, we ended up waiting together and leaving together. As we left, all we did was scan our room keys out, then walk to the terminal to pick up our luggage at the corresponding number. We questioned why there was such a big delay when the actual checking out was pretty smooth. Since this was our first MSC cruise, we noticed some things were different from our past cruise experiences. Here are a few more useful details we'd like to share. Unfortunately, water, sodas, and other non-alcoholic beverages are not allowed to be brought on, even if they are unopened and sealed. This also goes for wine, beer, and alcohol. However, dried, unopened, and commercially packed snacks are allowed. You can bring a reusable water bottle, which we highly recommend, to refill water on board. We got in a lot of cardio using the stairs getting to our rooms, to the buffet, to the theater, etc., because the elevators were extremely slow. But if the elevators are your only way to get to different levels, note that these are destination elevators where you press which level you intend to go to and it'll specify which cart to go on. We recommend booking close to the level that suits your needs so you can avoid walking a lot of stairs or waiting forever for an elevator. The free Wi-Fi was so inconsistent that I would get logged off every hour and have to reconnect it. And sometimes I wouldn't even get reconnected until later. And adding contacts for the messaging was glitchy. It took several tries, so we recommend adding people before the ship sails away. As much as we enjoyed the food provided at the buffet, especially for breakfast and the pizza during lunch and dinner, the maintenance and cleanliness needs improvement. We found that the floors were slippery and the tables and seats weren't cleaned in a sufficient time for the next guest to use. There were a few times we had to grab another set of clean utensils because the set we got wasn't thoroughly washed. At the Green Wave restaurant, we noticed the servers were unattentive after we got our orders, even without a dinner rush. It was hard finding or flagging down the 2 servers we were appointed with when our beverages were empty. A fixed daily gratuity for all the service workers will be taken at the end of the trip. To know how much your gratuity will be, there's a breakdown on the MSC website. Our room was always tidy, and since we had a balcony, there would be a notice the day prior if the balconies would be cleaned. While the thought of having an extra night to be a day at sea to utilize more of the ship's features is nice, a 3-night cruise to the Bahamas on MSC Seascape was enough for us. We were very excited and happy to have brought our family on this cruise and have them visit the Bahamas for their first time. Overall, we can definitely confirm this is a great family and budget-friendly cruise for those with older parents and kids.
Thanks for watching Maui and Trizzy. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more adventures.
Nope.